Hello everyone, if you don't know me already, I'm Tom and I've been a member of the Film Junkies now for nearly 2 years. Just to give you a brief history of my background, as this is a scriptwriting workshop, I studied for 3 years in the scriptwriting degree at Bournemouth University. So before we sort of start getting into this, no doubt we'll be talking about formatting and structure of a script. Has anyone got any focus on writing? Do they see themselves getting into writing in the future? No? So you're all here for film production. Has anyone been for any media courses at all? No. Just the one. On that media course, did they do any focus on script writing? No. Okay. Doesn't matter at all. Okay, because you're all here in regards to having an interest in film. Maybe most of you are not going to get into writing professionally, and you're here to learn how to process through film production. But whichever sector you're getting into within film, you need to know all the basics. Even on my script writing course, they had a film production sort of section of the course, where we learned how to use cameras and went out and filmed one of our short scripts that we've written. So we need to know the basics. You need to know about writing. And then, if you're interested in film production, then we will continue to pursue that in the future. No doubt about that. But then you also need to know about editing. You may never get into it, but you need to know about it. So mainly, as you all know, the script is the beginning of the production process. You wouldn't be where you are filming without the script. So it's very, very important to get a good script nailed down, and that makes filming a lot easier. What we'll start by doing is just going through the basics of script writing. There are lots of programs out there to help you with script writing. Mainly the most popular being Final Draft. Final Draft is a program that comes at a cost, but it's very, very it is sort of a very, very professional script writing tool, but there are free tools out there as well. I personally use Celtex because I'm cheap, but it is a good free tool. It's a downloadable program and it helps you with formatting your script. How would you format a script? Write down these options. So they have Final Draft. But mainly what these programs will help you do is to format your script correctly. Now mainly the basics for script writing is that you have Cori, or Cori is very similar, but it's always Cori font, 0.12 size, and roughly to a page you should get about 50 lines per page. It's always going to be around that figure, and it's usually a minute per page. So a minute in film is usually then just 1 page of the script. It's very important when you first start off your script that you have a scene heading. It's usually in bold, very top of the page. So usually what we're doing now in this room would be it's an interior. You can have the meeting room. Always have it in caps as well. And then this is now getting into the evening. That'll be in bold, preferably in a straighter line. At the top of the page. Underneath that you would have your scene description. That's usually at least so no, that'll be 2 or 3 lines with a rough description about what's happening in the scene. You'd also introduce your characters in that scene. So just to give an outline, small room with your characters
5 minutes
sat sat around the table discussing the meeting. After that, no doubt you stated who your characters are. Either there's going to be an action as Tom gets up and leaves the room. If not, your character then may start speaking. When you're introducing the character to start speaking, have their name in the middle of the page. And the dialogue is always just underneath that is a couple of tabs across, and with whatever they say. Next, to come down. So now I'm turning to Sunny.
So that would be the description again.
So absolutely, anything that starts to happen underneath a break underneath your dialogue. If anything starts to happen, then you can describe it. If anyone is moving, we need to describe a specific action with what you want your actors to do to come back as a scene description.
And if it's not an action from your characters, but I don't know, the lights switch off, or
no different.
It goes there as well.
You're absolutely right. So they can then be talking again, and it's anything that you want to happen.
Yeah.
So lights go out suddenly. Put a bit of emphasis in there. If you want to, just not lights go out. Lights go out suddenly. It's causing shock. Well, you can add that in there as well. Any emotion that you want to get across as well.
Right.
Further down, and it's just like.
Why is that, Tom? I think that's important what you just said. Why do we have to write emotions on the script?
Because in some cases, there are particular emotions that you want to get across. Without them, the actors may then just, say it quite, maybe too seriously than what you like. It does come down to the job of the director.
That's the key, Tom, I think, is helping the director.
Exactly. But the writer not only writes out the story for everyone to work with, it has the main focus on the emotional direction.
Yes.
Of the film.
So a director should be able to pick up the script and have all these emotions there, so he can then put it across. Yeah.
So just a brief outline there. You can put other specific actions in here. So let's go out suddenly. You can put in there as a group if they're shocked by it. Go out suddenly, shocking everyone. And then if you want a particular tone of voice, it's always best to put that in there. So Tom surprised or shocked. Tom angrily. You can put different emotions in there with a different portrayal about how you want this sentence to be said. Okay, so it's just a very brief introduction there, and it will just continue like that for the rest of the film. As soon as you're finished with that scene, if we then suddenly go outside into the hall, you need to describe it as a new scene. So you put interior, hallway, evening. Also, throughout the entire script, if we suddenly go from this room into a different meeting room and it is a completely different setting, you need to establish that it is a different room. Because we could go from interior meeting room into the hallway, and if you're then in a completely different room, but then you're putting it down as interior meeting room again, we are going to assume you are back in the first room you started off with. To break that down, very simply, you can put meeting room 2. Just to break it up that we are in a completely different location. Any questions?